Hello, my name is Judith Durkis, and I'm a visual artist who created Maize, my art car, about 3 years ago in reaction to the genetically modified corn I was hearing about. And initially when I designed Maize, she was a ear of yellow corn. And then with time and and on the back of the car it said, "Monsanto, stay out of my jeans." And I didn't get very good response, or I became very negative when I started to talk to people about when they wanted to know what my car was about. So with conversations with the Native American, we developed this idea of the Indian corn as having diversity, and so we came up with this slogan: "Diversity in corn sustains life, Monsanto's does not." And then my friend, soil scientist, about a year ago suggested I add the "no new taxa" and see if anybody got it. He had to, of course, explain to me what a taxa was. I didn't know either. And it's apparently a brand new life form. And then eventually, about 6 months ago, I created this QR code with the help of my maker group so that people could connect to my blog. Simply, if they had the right kind of phone, they could read the QR code and then go to my blog and find out more about my car, because this is a daily driving car for me, and I get stopped all the time, and I have conversations at traffic lights, and when I'm getting gas, it's just wonderful, because I have to be prepared when I take this car out that I can't guarantee that I'm going to necessarily get to where I need to be at a specific time, because I have to have the conversation if anybody is willing. And so the exterior is oil paint, and I used acrylic on the plastic parts of the exterior. This is a Subaru Legacy, 93 Legacy, and then in the interior I just simply painted the areas that needed to be painted in order to make the car visually work. Initially I had the driver's windows streaked as well with the paint, and the city of Memphis Finest decided that it would be better if I eliminated a little bit of that, because apparently the ruling is a percentage rate of your window can be. And they also made me cut out the license plate area a little bit more. But it passes inspection, and it is perfectly legal and legitimate. And so I carry with me all the time organic corn seed for people who are interested in growing their own. My friend Bruce from East Tennessee grew this corn 2 years ago, so the seed is getting a little bit old. But he grew it. He got the seed from a farmer who had been growing this line of corn for at least 25 years. So a good batch of corn. And then, of course, I have my Maize manual here with all kinds of information if a person really wants to have a conversation with me. And then I also hand out these non-GMO shopping guides. I took the guide from the website, the Institute for Responsible Technology. I called and made sure it was okay if I reproduced it. And then I created this, what I call a kernel of truth. Maybe it's a little bit more handy. It's a flip book. It's, of course, very tiny. And then most recently, when I learned that there is an app for that, I have decided that to stop producing these in quite the quantity so that I'm not wasting paper. And then here is in 2010, Mays participated in the art car parade. I have, initially I had kernels, little soft kernels that I would hand out to people and just give them a nugget of information, and then eventually I went to the book. This is my great niece who experienced corn on the cob for the first time on our way to the corn maze one year, and she just immediately opened it up and started eating it raw, which delighted me. A little still life here on the dashboard. And then I also have a, now, because I am at this point trying to find someone else to take up the cause of maize, because I can't really manage 2 cars. I'm only one person, and so this is the roof rack that matches the car, and the pedestal or place where I used this in a parade at one point where I stood on top of the car. I have a corn husk hat that I made that I wear on my head, and I take on the persona of the corn mother. Once again, all of this is with discussion with my Native American friend. This is the hat. My hair, being red, poking out of the top of it, forms the little hairs on the top of the corn. And then I have the regalia here, which is the corn outfit, which looks and matches the car fairly well. And shoes that match, and various thicknesses of husks depending on the temperature and time of year that you wear the outfit. And then of course, say no to, always have to have the say no to GMO signs in the back of the car. Underneath here is the husks themselves that go around the platform in order to hide the corn mother until she comes out and starts pontificating. So I did participate in a parade called the Memphis Heavyweight Parade last April, and had a driver, had the luxury of a driver, and I was able to ride on top. And you can go to my blog and see some photographs of that. Thank you for your time. I appreciate your interest in a most amazing experience, the ownership of an art car. I highly recommend it.